word of the Lord. So Naaman, commander of the army of the king of Aram, was a great man and high in favor with his master, because by him the Lord had given victory to Aram. The man, though a mighty warrior, suffered from a skin disease. Now the Arameans on one side of their raids had taken a young girl captive from the land of Israel, and she served Naaman's wife. And she said to her mistress, "If only my Lord were here with the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his skin disease." So Naaman went in and he told his Lord just what the girl from the land of Israel had said. And the king of Aram said, "Go, and I will send along a letter to the king of Israel." And so Naaman went, taking with him 10 talents of silver, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 sets of garments. He brought the letter to the king of Israel, which read, "When this letter reaches you, know that I have sent to you my servant Naaman, that you may cure him of his skin disease." And when the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his clothes. And he said, "Am I God to give life or death, that this man sends word to me to cure a man of his skin disease? Just look and see how he's trying to pick a quarrel with me." But when Elijah, the man of God, heard what the king of Israel had torn his clothes, he sent a message saying, "Why have you torn your clothes? Let him come to me, that he may learn that there is a prophet in Israel." So Naaman came with his horses and chariots and halted at the entrance of Elijah's house. And Elijah sent a messenger to him saying, "Go wash in the Jordan 7 times. Your flesh will be restored, and you shall be clean." But Naaman became angry, and he went away saying, "I thought surely he'd come out and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God and wave his hand over his spot, and he'd cure the skin disease. Are not Abana and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Could I not wash in them and be clean?" And he turned away in a rage. But his servants approached him and they said, "Father, if the prophet had commanded you to do something difficult, would you have done it? How much more when all he said to you was, 'Wash and be clean'?" So Naaman went down and he immersed himself 7 times in the Jordan, according to the word of the man of God. And his flesh was restored like the flesh of a young boy, and he was clean. And then he returned to the man of God and all his company, and he came and stood before him, and he said, "Now I know there is a God on all the earth. Now I know there is no God in all the earth except in Israel. Please accept a present from your servant." That ends our Old Testament reading. Our New Testament reading, you might find some similar themes. This is Jesus who cleanses 10 people with the skin disease. I want you also to notice this comes immediately following last week's sermon about faith and a little bit of faith and what a little bit of faith can do. On the way to Jerusalem, Jesus was going through the region between Samaria and Galilee. As he entered a village, 10 men with the skin disease approached him, keeping their distance, and they called out, saying, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." And when he saw them, he said to them, "Go show yourselves to the priests." And as they went, they were made clean. And then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice, and he prostrated himself at the feet of Jesus, and he thanked him. And he was a Samaritan. And then Jesus asked, "Were not 10 made clean? Where are the others? Where are the other 9? Did none of them return to give glory to God except for this foreigner?" And then he said to him, "Get up and go on your way. Your faith has made you well." My friends, this is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.